Brazil draws in tourists from around the world due to its sheer beauty, but it also gets a bad rap for not being safe. Part of why this could be is that it's one of the most economically unequal countries in the world, with the top 10% earning 50% of the national income and 34% of the population living in poverty. I met up with Andres to see a different side of Brazil and go into a favela. Favelas are what they call the slums in Rio.
Well, these favelas always grew outside the law. Not against the law, strictly speaking, but outside the law.
The reason these favelas have developed outside the law is due to the fact that up until the year 1994, their existence was completely unrecognized by the government.
If you went to City Hall in Rio to see the official plans of the city of Rio, in those official plans there were no favelas. No, greenery all over, parks. So that's the good news. 13 years ago, we didn't have any favelas in Rio, officially at least.
Since the government ignored their existence, they continue to grow and flourish and picked the best views in Rio to do so. I mean, why not, right?
To say that the favela always establishes itself next to the neighborhood it serves. It's like the service area of regular neighborhoods.
This also made it easy for favelas to hook up to the public electricity for years and years. I mean, until the government decided to recognize them, again, why not?
Favela. Favelas are always born next to a road that exists before. And these roads, being official street of the city, have public lighting. So the first thing people do is to hook up to the public lines. That is called making a cut.
Look at all these power lines. That's just unbelievable. That's incredible.
It was also shocking to see the proximity of wealthy neighborhoods as well, sometimes only divided by a single street. Or how the entrance of Rosinha, one of the favelas, faces one of the wealthiest American schools in Rio. They definitely made it difficult not to recognize them.
We're about to go into another favela. Couldn't bring the camera into the other one. A little too dangerous.
Unfortunately, we were not allowed to bring cameras out of the car while inside Rosinha. The closest thing that we could do is shoot from the car or from a rooftop due to the influence of powerful drug lords over this favela. They literally run and own the law.
And so the police is not welcome here. So the order and the law inside any favela with drugs is at the hands of the drug lord.
And Rosinha has somewhere around 200,000 people in it. So the drug lords have made their own set of rules.
In any favela with drugs, one of the golden rules is that nobody can steal. It's not allowed by the local drug lord.
So that was great. The golden rule of no stealing really worked out well for our camera equipment. But the golden rule of no shooting, or filming I should say, not so much. So it was off to our second favela, Villa Canova, which is not influenced by drug lords. And the first place we went to was the community center, to perhaps see where our money was going.
Well, actually, the people who sponsor the school most is you, because Favela Tours, we donate a good chunk of the procedures to keep the school open.
It was good to know that our money was helping the situation, but I wish I could have done more. When walking through the favelas, I mostly felt like I was in a maze, and families literally live on top of one another. Talk about close.
It's a little dark and scary. Some more houses in there. That's the way. Lots of little shops in here.
Little shops.
Rosinha has around 700 shops as well, so I guess you have to make it work somehow. All in all, favelas did not seem as bad as I thought. You see City of God and it is frightening to think of kids with guns running around a city. But things have gotten better over the years. Instead of relocating the favelas, which was going on in City of God, they have allowed favelas to stay on the hills next to the communities that they serve, and also start to give them the basic services that they deserve.
Started a new plan that was called Favela Bairro. Favela Bairro means favela neighborhood. So the idea behind this plan was to turn these favelas into regular neighborhoods by providing them with the basic services.
No doubt, Brazil will continue to draw in tons of tourists, but if only for the views, I hope that favelas do too.
Brazil is an amazing place, and I'm just going to soak it all in.